वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
पाणिर्मधुरः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
तरणं मधुरं हरणं मधुरं स्मरणं मधुरं वमितं मधुरं शमितं मधुरं
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
माला मधुरा यमुना मधुरा वीथी मधुरा सलिलं मधुरं कमलं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
लीला मधुरा युक्तं मधुरं मुक्तं मधुरं दृष्टं मधुरं शिष्टं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
मधुरा गावो मधुरा यष्टिर्मधुरा सृष्टिर्मधुरा दलितं मधुरं फलितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वचनं मधुरं चरितं मधुरं वसनं मधुरं वलितं मधुरं चलितं मधुरं भ्रमितं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
वेणुर्मधुरो रेणुर्मधुराः पाणिर्मधुराः पादौ मधुरौ नृत्यं मधुरं सख्यं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
गीतं मधुरं पीतं मधुरं भुक्तं मधुरं सुप्तं मधुरं रूपं मधुरं तिलकं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्
सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। संग्राममय जीवन धरा पर विजय रथ ले हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। हो समर्पण लखन जैसा राम जैसा त्याग हो। भीष्म सा हो नियम पालन शौर्य में अभिमन्यु हो। आपदाओं को कुचल कर वीर बालक हम चले। सद्गुणों की साधना में ध्येय ज्योति नित जले। बुद्ध जैसे कारुणिक हो धीर हम महावीर से।
अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरम्
मधुराधिपतेरखिलं
लोचन
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जो दायक फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसति लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे तेते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना आपन तेज सम्हारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे चारों जुग परताप तुम्हारा है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा पवन तनय संकट हरन मंगल मूर्ति रूप राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय।
Jai Shri Krishna. All Gita sadhaks are most welcome to today's Zoom platform for the Vivechan Satra. It's a very auspicious occasion. It is said the God has made this universe, and especially our country, Bharat, is having more than 365 festivals in a year. It is very interesting, and most of them are related with crops and our village life and related to gods and goddesses, for worshipping them and for feeling very good among all of us with a lot of enthusiasm. As today is first day of Baisakh, it's coinciding with the Mesh Sankranti, and a great festival of Baisakhi is celebrated in North India, especially in Punjab. And Vishu, again, a festival of Lord Vishnu, and coinciding with the good crops. And so many other parts of the country are celebrating similar festivals today or tomorrow in different names. So I, Harish Arora, welcome you all with all the best wishes from the bottom of my heart on this auspicious occasion. May Lord Shri Krishna keep showering his choicest blessings on all of us. We most humbly surrender ourselves in the lotus feet of Yogeshwar Bhagwan Shri Krishna, offering him with folded hands, koti koti, sashtang dandavat pranam. We offer Shat Shat Naman to the microscopic presence of Param Pujya Pratasmarniye Anant Shri Vibhushit Swamiji Shri Govindev Giriji Maharaj, seeking his divine blessings. I'm feeling privileged to welcome you all on behalf of GÍTA Pariwar in today's very, very important Zoom session of interpretation on Lord's preachings in second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. One of the Gita is not only a scripture, it is a way of life, and it is one of the most sacred scriptures in the whole world. Let's try to answer all the preachings given by Lord Krishna on disciplines and actions of knowledge, sung in Upanishad, the science of Brahma, in the scriptures of yoga. For this today's interpretation, before we start, we'll go for the prayer. As you know, in all our endeavors to worship God and do any sort of religious celebration, including all activities of GÍTA Pariwar, we pray to Almighty. The prayer brings us in unison with the God. And for offering prayer, I call upon Anjali Kangoji. Anjali Kangoji, she is from Nasik, and she is a retired bank officer. Her hobbies are music, reading, including Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā, and Nippon and Micromi art. Her education is Padvidhar. She joined GÍTA Pariwar in January 2023, and she is providing seva as co-trainer for level 1 classes. Most welcome. अंजलि
जय श्री कृष्ण।
कानूनगो जी।
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णौ वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। जय श्री कृष्ण।
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Thank you very, very much for the melodious, soulful prayer you recited for us. Now it is a time to light the lamp. Lamp doesn't give only prakash, light to us, but it connects us with the light of God. So the light of God and the light of conscious in each one of us in the form of Atma is the union of both of them by lighting the lamp. For lighting the lamp, I invite Valli Venkat ji. Valli Venkat ji, you are welcome. Valli Venkat ji, he is from Chennai. Profession, yoga meditation teacher. And hobbies are creative work. Education is Bachelor in Mathematics. Joined GÍTÁ Pariwar in 2024 February. Sadhak in level 3 and providing seva as technical assistant and group coordinator. You're welcome, Valli Venkat ji, for lighting the lamp for us.
निषिद्धैरप्येभिर्लुलितमकरन्दो मधुकरैः करैरिन्दोरन्तश्छुरित इव सम्भिन्नमुकुलः विधत्तां सिद्धिन्नो नयनसुभगामस्य सदसः प्रकीर्णः पुष्पाणां हरिचरणयोरञ्जलिरयम् शरदिन्दुनिभां शुभ्रां शुभ्रवस्त्रैरलङ्कृतां कलहंसकृतावासां वरदां शारदां नुमः।
Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Valli Venkat ji, for lighting the lamp, sacred light for us. Now the moment has come for which we have been anxiously waiting for the interpretation session. Interpretation of Sankhya Yoga, the last part of it. For the interpretation, today we are having our senior trainer, Shraddhaji Raoji Devji, a disciple of Swamiji Govind Dev Giriji. She holds the degree of BE in Electronics and a postgraduate diploma in IT Systems and Management. She has over 13 years of experience as a mobile application developer and team lead. She has been conducting Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītā classes at the residence in Hyderabad for more than 9 years and associated with GÍTÁ Pariwar's online GÍTÁ classes since August 2020, directly contributing as a trainer from the inaugural batch, and presently serving as co-trainer in L4 and taking Bhopal jail classes, where sadhaks have memorized chapters under her able guidance and successfully completed even Pathak exams. Having led the class monitoring team with excellence, she plays a vital role across various departments at online GÍTA classes, serving as a trainer, examiner, and vivechak, interpreter in weekly interpretation sessions, associated with Bal Gokulam, Hyderabad, where for the last more than 8 years, dedicated to imparting Indian values and values in the Hindu scriptures to children aged 5 and above. A very, very warm welcome to respected Shraddhaji Raodevji.
Ram, everybody, a very warm welcome to the session, all of you. Let's begin by remembering our Gurus, Swamiji, and Krishna himself. Hari Om. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavatam Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Puranamuninam Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ratavarshinim Bhagavati Mashtadashatyayinim Amba Tvamanusandadhami Bhagavad-gītē Bhavatveshinim. Om Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om. A very warm welcome to the session, all of you again. We all are really blessed to be going through these divine shlokas. We all are in the last discussion, last episode for the Sankhya Yoga. And it is a beautiful chapter with very divine shlokas. And now we are studying these shlokas in the month of Margashirsha. Just few days back, the month of Margashirsha started, and in the 10th chapter, you'll very soon learn when Shri Krishna is describing his divine glories, he says, Masanam Margashirshoham. And we are learning these shlokas in the month of Margashirsha very soon, as you all might be aware, Geeta Jayanti is also coming. So it is absolutely divine feeling to be in this month and learning these beautiful shlokas. And with prayers to Shri Krishna, let us just, inculcate that bhavana within us, that may he give us the intellect to understand these shlokas properly and imbibe them in our lives. And while we are discussing this, we are in the last session we have seen some very beautiful shlokas. The description of Sthita Pragya person Shri Krishna was explaining. How a Sthita Pragya person is there. He has created a very beautiful picture of somebody who has a very steady intellect. And we are also, at this moment, we should also be very clear about why this description is so important. Why is it important to understand this? We have seen that the buddhi, our intellect, is the charioteer for our lives. Whatever we are doing in our lives, it is steering, the control is in the hands of the intellect. And that is why it is essential that our intellect is steady. And one very beautiful sentence that Swamiji always says, that Shri Krishna, by his speech, he has created a ideal person, a personification by his speech is rendered by Shri Krishna in this shloka. And Shri Ram has lived that personality by in his life. So we have to look at these shlokas, and when we saw towards the end of his last session how we were discussing about Sita Pragyata, Sri Ram's expression when he was going in exile and when he was being crowned was absolutely the same. The Sri Ram has lived this ideal philosophy, the picture that is created by Sri Krishna here. Both, so these characteristics are unison of both and divine in themselves. Let us continue from where we have left. We have seen that how a person with a steady mindset will try to gain a complete control over his senses. And we had seen an example of a tortoise. Kurmongani Vasarvashaha, where just like how a tortoise is a symbol of stability also. So the way a tortoise, when he sees danger, he puts all his senses inside, he covers himself within a shell. Similarly, when these worldly objects come in contact with a steadfast person, a person with a steady intellect, the person will control his senses, will put a cover over these senses and protect himself from these worldly pleasures. And continuing that, Shri Krishna had also told how about niraharasya dehina, how a person, should control himself. Not only when we had spoken about nirahar, not only the diet control, but the food for all senses, whether it's your ears, eyes, everything should be controlled. Further, Shri Krishna has explained very beautifully. See, a mind is going to enjoy everything from the world, but there is a very practical problem with this, which Shri Krishna describes from the shlokas that we are going to learn today. He has mentioned yatato yapi kaunteya purushasya vipashyatah indriyani pramathini haranti prasabham manah. We have seen in the previous shlokas, like unless your mind is free from the subjects, it is not possible that you will be able to detach yourself from any worldly objects. You will not be able to detach yourself from this, because your mind, you're feeding your mind with what? The desires of the worldly subjects. I want lot of wealth. Now, even if we try to detach, the root remains the same. So it is not going to be easy. But intelligent people, Shri Krishna is explaining that it's not that people don't make an effort. They make a very genuine effort, especially which people? Vipashyitaha people. The meaning of the word vipashyita is wise, intelligent, wise, the ones we are trying to be, the steadfast people. So Shri Krishna has very beautifully explained here that in spite, it is not that the wise people don't try. Even after trying very hard, in spite of trying very hard, even the extremely wise people, even the very sincere sadhaks are unable to focus. Because why? Because indriyani pramathini, the senses, our senses are extremely powerful and they easily defeat the mind. Haranti prasabham manaha, they are easily able to defeat the mind. We have seen the example of Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra ji, he was a king, and when he decided to do penance, he gave away his kingdom and everything, and he did powerful meditation. And Indra was obviously worried that his kingdom will be lost, so he sent an apsara to break his meditation, to just when he was completing his entire penance, he sent that apsara, and Vishwamitra fell for this trap, and he lost the fruits of the meditation, the penance that he had done. Again he started. He wanted to become a Brahmarshi. Again he started. And what happened second time also, again towards the completion, now Indra knew that if I send again Apsara, he's not going to, fall to the same trap. But he sent another Apsara. Let's see what to do. Second time he sent Rambha. Now Brahma knew that once he has fallen for an Apsara, he will not, fall for my beauty. I will make him so used to my seva that he will become entirely dependent on me. She started serving him day and night, keeping the hut clean and doing all sorts of seva, doing arranging everything for the worship and all. After doing all this, one day she suddenly disappeared. Now by this time Vishwamitra was very used to, we are also used to the comfort. He also got used to the comfort that everything is ready, the house is set, everything is clean. So he was used to it, and he all of a sudden one day he saw that all this is not there. Why? Where is Ramba? And she was not there, and he immediately got very angry. Why is this not clean? Why is the puja samagri not there? He got very, very angry, and with that anger, the entire fruits of the whatever he had achieved from the meditation was gone again. And again he lost for the second time. However, he managed to complete the penance third time and attain the post of a Brahmarshi. But this is how it is not that the wise people try, but the senses, our sense organs are so powerful, they are so mighty. Indriyani pramatini haranti prasabham manaha. They will manage to defeat. So the reason for this fickleness is not that we are not able to control. It is not permanent. This is not a permanent thing. The mind is not permanently established. The past influences, enjoyment of pleasures, all these things will keep a person away from this. And while we are struggling to this, how do we manage to control? By fixing your mind on the God. And when our mind is fixed, he himself will help us attain that stability. If at all these subjects come, the God himself will come to the rescue in terms of the intellect and will save us from getting deviated. So Sri Krishna is explaining, to fix the mind on God, what all should we do to be able to relieve ourselves from the worldly subjects. Tani sarvani sanyamya युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशी हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. Shri Krishna is giving a very healthy method to achieve a perfect intellect. What he says, to attain perfection, to attain the sthita pragyata, one has to do a constant attempt to focus the mind on the supreme power, the supreme God Almighty. In this shlok, one charan especially is extremely important, and it is in itself, you can say, a complete summary of the art of perfection, or the art of attaining this perfection. Yukta asita mat paraha. The second charan, Yukta asita mat paraha. These three words in itself combine the entire technique of self-perfection, entire technique of attaining sthita pragyata. Yukta asita matparaha. What is the meaning of yukta? Yukta means having a balanced, sober life. Asita means sitting for dhyan, sitting for meditation. Being sthita, being there. And matparaha is a very beautiful one. You all must have heard a word in Hindi, that is tatpar. मैं उनसे मिलने को तत्पर था, means what? I was desperate to meet somebody. That way, here Shri Krishna uses the word matpar, means the one who is desperate to meet me. That is how our mind should be. Our mind should be desperate for the Lord himself. Our mind should be desperate for God. And when he says yukta asita matpara, means constantly keeping him in the mind. Now when he says this, now constantly you will say it is tough. We have to every day at least for some time sit in front of God, sit in meditation, do the jap. If people can do it while roaming here and there, that is all extra. But for some time, the worship and whatever is to be done, at least for some time, dedicate that time to devote that time for focusing on the God. And it doesn't necessarily mean Shri Krishna, whoever God, Ganpati Maharaj, Devi, where your faith is. But in that form, the blessings will come to you. The grace of the God will come to you in that particular form. Now, this is the state where a person who has a full control over his senses he will gradually attain the sthita pragyata. Vashehi yasyendriyani, the one who has controlled all his senses, tasya pragya pratishtita. His intellect will be what? Will be steadfast in whom? In Shri Krishna himself. His senses are controlled. His everything, his sense of enjoyment for the worldly object disappears. And don't we all also, feel this from the time we started learning Bhagavad-Gītā? Many sadhaks in the classes and all, when I visit Anand, so many people say we joined for fun. We joined because somebody asked us to join, but now we want to continue. We are enjoying this. Now, when I remember when I was talking to one of my colleagues in GÍTÁ Pariwar, I said, now I've become addicted to GÍTÁ Pariwar. I cannot live without it. Unless and until we are so used to this Gita Seva. We love this from the core of our heart. All Gita Sevis, we all enjoy this. Why? Because continuously we are doing this, and because we are in touch with the Bhagavad-Gītā. Bhagavad-Gītā itself gives us the strength to pursue the Sthita Pragyata, the divinity. And what about those who are not able to devote themselves to the God? What about those who are not able to fix their mind on Shri Krishna? What is the sequence that their mind undergoes? Shri Krishna describes in the next two verses. Dhyayato vishayan pumsas sangaste Shupajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho Vijayate Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammohat Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Bhramshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati. Now, what Shri Krishna is explaining here, somebody, let us take a fictitious example now. Someone, he is not very, interested in this God, but there is something else that, they try to fix their mind upon. Dhyayato vishayan pumsas. Here the word dhyayato means what? The mind is affixed in what? The worldly subjects. The worldly pleasures. Now, this thing we see around us also, constantly engaged or thinking about the worldly subjects. Now, this is the tendency of a human being to keep thinking about worldly subjects, what I have to earn, what I have to buy, what online shopping, all these things. Continuously we are around these things, and the advertising agency takes the best benefit of this. They will, even if you're watching that World Cup cricket final, that advertisement will come, and they will keep reminding you. They will put things in your mind so much that even if we don't need something, we will crave for it. This happens with all of us. So whether we need it or we don't need it, whether this sometimes if we are watching and that movie trailers will continuously keep popping on the television. Now, watching a movie cannot be an urgency. Watching a movie cannot be a very natural desire, because nobody even has time, for nowadays we all are so busy. But from that busy schedule also, people get this desire of watching the movie. For instance, now let us say a child or a teenager sees the trailer and says, oh no, I want to watch. He doesn't have time. The teenager has to study. He doesn't have time to go through this. But because the trailer is continuously popping, dhyayato vishayan pumsas. Now, when we have to do meditation upon God, we have to deliberately sit and do. But the might of these worldly subjects is that you don't even have to sit and meditate. It will automatically start coming. So that is the problem with them. And now these children know they don't have time but still want to watch. And then what happens? They go to their mother and say, I want to watch. Now before this was just a trailer that they saw. Dhyayate Vishayan Pumsas. And now even though they don't need to watch, they had this desire. What is that desire coming up? They start getting stuck to that topic. So that is Sangaste Shupajayate. They develop an attachment to it, even without seeing with them, even without a desire. They develop an attachment to this particular subject. And then what happens? Then from that desire, from that attachment comes a strong desire. No, I want to watch. First, there is an attachment to that trailer. Okay, it is coming again and again. I will not skip the ad, I will watch it. And then what happens? That becomes a desire. Sangat sanjayate kama. When we get attached to this, it becomes a desire. And what is the desire? No matter what, I have to see this. First day, first show, I want it. No matter what. Now what happens? This dhyayeto vishayan pumsa, which was just a subject, unattended, unwanted subject in the world, it has now become your desire. Then what is going to happen? You express this desire, obviously, because now you need an approval from the parents that I want to watch this movie. So this child goes to the parents, I want to watch, and the mother absolutely no. Your exams are coming in another 2-3 months. You are not watching these movies. God. And then what happens? Because the desire is denied, what will happen? Kamat krodho bhijayate. Krodha, anger. Because the desire is not fulfilled, one experiences extreme anger because I am deprived of my desire. Okay, and then what happens? Krodhat bhavati sammoha smriti vibhrama. The more you are denied, the more angry you are more attached to that desire. And then what happens? Smriti bhramsha. Smriti vibhramaha. Smriti vibhramaha means what are we? Who are we? Forgetting what we are. This mother is like this only. She will never allow, no matter what I say, she never allows me to do. That is smriti vibhramaha. Seeing all things which are not to be said, saying all things which are not to be said, and all the sanskar, all the culture is forgotten. And what happens? Smriti bhramshad buddhinasho. What happens? I'll go to the college and I will tell parents I'll go to the college and bunk the college and go for movie because I was denied. Smriti Bhramshat Buddhi Nasho, and ended up doing the wrong deed. Now this is just an example. Nobody should do this. Okay, but this is the process, this is the series that a person undergoes when a subject, whether you need it or not. Same thing happens with us also. Some random objects advertisement, not only with kids, even with adults, we see, then we want it even though we don't need it. Those earrings, whatnot, we'll see the advertisements, and unnecessarily, even if we don't need, we get the desire. Again, when the desire is not there, is not fulfilled, we get angry. And what happens? The anger leads to what? Buddhinash. Some people, in their excess desire for money, they end up doing wrong things. We see there are some medical practitioners, lawyers who end up being on the wrong side of the subject just to fulfill their desires. That is buddhinashat pranashyati. That is a complete loss. And what happens? Because of this loss of discrimination paves the way to what? Self-destruction. They end up destroying themselves. They end up destroying everything else. This is what. So what we have to do? We have to avoid getting stuck to the subject, because keep thinking about the subjects. That is extremely important. And now, whatever we have to understand one here, the subject in itself is not what is causing a problem. The advertisement is not causing a problem. The advertisement is not the root cause of the issue. The subjects around us is not the root cause of the issue. What is the root cause of the issue? The root cause of our issue is we being attached to those subjects, even though it is not required. And that is the real reason for our downfall. That is what we have to understand. One small story I'll narrate, and we'll connect it with the next two shlokas also. Once there were two disciples of Bhagavan Buddha. These two disciples were obviously brahmachari. They had, as they were monks, they had to roam around in the whole country. Now, when these two monks were roaming, they saw near a river, one lady was, stuck in the near the waters of the river. Now, as the monks, they are monks, they cannot touch a lady. That's what their guru has told. You cannot touch a lady. So you cannot touch a female. So knowing this, they said, okay, if that is the case, I will not help. Now these two monks, one of them said, no, I'm not supposed to touch her. I will not rescue. But the other one, he said, no, it's human life in danger. He gave her the hand. He pulled the lady out and saved her. She went home happily. These monks continued roaming for 2 another months. Now the first monk, the first disciple thought, okay, he had it in his mind that this person has touched a lady. This, my co-disciple, he has touched this lady. He said, let me meet the Guruji. Once I meet Guruji, I will complain about him. So after 2 months, they met the Guruji. Now this Guruji, this first monk immediately, he said, you know what? This person has touched a lady. Guruji said, okay, let me ask him what has happened. He called the second disciple. The second disciple said, I don't remember. He said, no, remember we went near the river and you touched that lady. Now this second one said, now I remember. Yeah, then he told his Guruji that lady was stuck in the waters. She was not able to come out. So I gave her the hat and we left her. And Guruji said, okay, fine. Now he understood what is the issue. He told to the first monk, he held her hand and left it. You are still holding her hand even after 2 months. He has forgotten. So because it was his duty to save the lady, he did it and he finished it. He forgot about it. You are still holding that hand. You are still having that thing in your mind. So basically, it is not what you are doing physically with the desires. It is your attachment to it. You are still thinking about that hand. You are still thinking about that act of holding the lady. So that is where the problem lies, even with us. We have to continue doing our jobs irrespective of anything, but being attached, being stuck to that is a problem. Shri Krishna explains further, Ragadvesha viyuktaistu vishayanindriyaischaran atmavasyair vidheyatma prasadam adhigachyati. That is what Shri Krishna says, that you have to withdraw yourself from this attraction, from this attachment. See, Shri Krishna is not telling us to stop seeing around. The work of our senses cannot be stopped. That everybody understands. We cannot stop looking around. But raga dvesha viyuktaistu vishayanindriyaischaran, the senses are going to be wandering around everywhere. And there is always going to be attraction and repulsion everywhere around us. But what we have to do, Atma Vashyair Vidheyatma, with self restraint, with self-control. Vidheyatma means self-control. What will happen? That is going to help. The self-constraint, the self-restraint is going to help you attain what? Happiness, the ultimate peace. What is it? Prasadam adhigachyati. You will attain the ultimate peace. Now, the best example of detachment, Shri Krishna is telling us what he is telling us to become detached. One of the best examples of detachment is a mirror. How many faces come in front of him? They come in front of it. How many faces does the image keep to him? Does the mirror keep to himself? How many faces, how many images does it store within itself? Nothing. One just looks at the mirror and he just shows you and gone. Nothing is retained inside. That is how we all should be. That is how our attitude towards this world should be. We see and we leave it. We don't let it affect ourselves. So we have to understand that the problem is not in the senses, but in the mind that is enjoying all the senses. So how should the mind be? When whenever you find this difficult, remind yourself that your mind should be like a sky. Now, untimely rains we are seeing. Whenever the clouds are coming, the dark clouds, there are storms going around. These storms come and go, but what is the condition of the sky? It remains unfazed. The clouds will come and go. The sun will come and go. The sky is always clean, clear, blue. Similarly, just like that, the subjects will come and go. Your mind should not get stuck to those subjects. Your mind should remain free from those subjects. And when that is achieved, what happens? In no time you will get happiness. That's what Sri Krishna says. Prasade sarva dukkhanam hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetaso yasho buddhih paryavatishthate. Mind should be always at peace when in all the happiness and sadness. When we are happy, we are so happy. When we are sad, we are so sad. Prasade sarva dukkhanam. Always we will be happy. In all situations, we will remain happy if we are remaining detached. And then in no time, a peaceful mind, always remember that a peaceful mind is how it is sorrow proof. You know the raincoats are waterproof, and waterproof, all these terms, like that. All the mind which is happy, the mind which is at peace, it is free of sorrow. It cannot become unhappy. Asya sarva dukkhanam hanihi upajayate. It can arise in all these situations of pain. Also, a mind which is at peace will not get affected, and it will arise out of any painful situation, no matter what. And in even prasanna chetaso yashu buddhih paryavatishthate. The intellect will always be steady. No matter how many sorrows come, the mind will remain settled. We have seen how our freedom fighters, in spite of the poverty that they lived in spite of the difficult situations that they lived in, they have done such great tasks. Why? Because they could come out of that pain, because their mind was at peace, their intellect was steady. We have to understand the importance of this steady intellect. What Shri Krishna explains further: Nasti buddhira yuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavanam nacha bhavayatah shantir ashantasya kutah sukham. What is the problem with us? We have attached the definition of happiness to worldly pleasures. What is happiness? Having, your own house, maybe a great job, a few number of cars. That is the definition of happiness for us. What is happening? This is happiness. We have restricted our definition of happiness to what? To the worldly pleasures. That is now not how it should be. So very beautifully, there is a thing. If I get this, I am happy. Else, I am not happy. Now, in the houses nowadays, there is a sofa set. There is cutlery set, and then what, TV set, crockery set. But still, the mind is upset. That upset is why? Because our definition of happiness is incorrect. So the basic definition of happiness that the society is following today, that itself is wrong. What we have done, let's see all this comfort that we are talking about, that is basically prosperity. We have embraced prosperity at the cost of peace of the mind, and that is the problem. So peace is not coming to us. Why? That entire sequence has been explained in this shlok. Why? A steady mind cannot meditate. Unsteady mind cannot meditate on the Almighty. Now it is not able to do any action with detachment. They will always want to have what? Fruits, worldly fruits, everything, and we cannot attain peace accordingly. Now here, this entire thing Shri Krishna is explaining. Nasti buddhira ayuktasya means, ayukta means the intellect which is unsteady. which cannot be fixed, ayukta buddhi, and how it cannot be affixed. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. Bhavana means continuously being able to think about God. And when a person is not able to fix his mind on the God, because the mind is absorbed everywhere else, there is no shanti, there is no peace. And a person who is not at peace, they will never attain any kind of happiness. That sequence is explained in this particular 66 shloka, that this is the reason. So understand that a unsteady intellect is the root cause of what entire unhappiness that we have in our life. Okay, and if our intellect is correct, then we will have the correct definition of happiness in our lives, and our life will become happy. Now, some people will say, okay, this is also, I went to temple, Didi, but I'm still unhappy. I get to hear such thing. Here, we have to understand that just going to temple once, doing the puja once in a while, that is not going to give any sort of happiness. It has to be a continuous process, a continuous chintan. And how this will happen, that's what we have to always remember, this phrase that we heard sometime, yukta asita mat paraha. Asita, baithe raho, be steady there. So be steady. Now you will say, I have other things to do? It is important to go to office. It is important to keep working. In that situation, how do we achieve this? Now, for that, we have to understand. We have already seen this. All the actions that we do throughout the day, Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. That way, whatever acts we are doing, we offer them to Shri Krishna in Karma Yoga. Understand Karma Yoga very properly, and then we will be able to do. Even while living in this world, we will be able to do this constantly. Your intellect should be fixed in God. Then all these worldly things, you will not find them very interesting. One small, thing, in example, I'll tell you. Once Tilakji was in a city in Nagpur, and there he had gone for a meeting. Now, at that time, when he was in the particular city, there was a very beautiful music program organized. Famous singers of that time were invited to that program. So his colleague said, Tilakji, you have to come. You cannot leave this. It's a beautiful program. People from many different cities are coming to see this program. Now, in those days, nothing was available. Like as for YouTube, we'll see live telecast. No, they had to go to that city. So people are coming from other cities also. You cannot miss this. So Tilakji said, I understand, but I am constantly singing one song. I'm always absorbed in this one song, because of which I don't feel like listening to any other song. And this person was surprised. Which song is it you're talking about? I am always listening to the song of God. Bhagwan ka geet kaun sa? Bhagavad-Gītā. There is no other song that can enchant me anymore. I understand they must be great singers, but after listening to this song, there is no other song that can enchant me. And that is how the mind of the people whose intellect is fixed in God, they will never get deviated by such subjects, by the worldly subjects. They will not have that temptation in the first place. Their intellect will drive them to the right things. So he had a rule, of studying every day Mahabharat, or at least one adhyaya of Rigveda or Mahabharat. He had to study. He said, unless this is done every day, I have to do this. And irrespective of what is going on, so there people are celebrating Diwali in the house and whatever they are, he would be engrossed in his studies for that time. That no, because that doesn't enchant me. It is not a rule. It was not a rule imposed upon him that you have to do it. He was interested in it. He did it out of his own will, and that is how Sthita Pragya is. That is how a person with a correct intellect is. What Shri Krishna says further, he explains us how we have to understand the flow of our senses, the flow of our mind, and then we'll be able to control this, because ultimately we have to strive to control our mind. Indriyanam hi charatai yanmano nu vidhiyate tadasya harati prajñā vayurnavamivambhasi. Now, what happens? Our senses are involuntarily attracted to the worldly objects. They are always wandering around. We are living in the world, we are seeing, and these advertisements are coming. Indriyanam hi charatai. They are wandering around. And behind them, who is wandering? Yanmano nuvidhiyate. Behind these senses, our mind is also wandering around behind them. And what happens? Tadasya harati pragya. They both are wandering together. The senses are wandering. The mind is not steady, and it is nicely wandering behind these senses. The mind keeps following those senses and enjoying all these worldly objects. And as the mind starts wandering, it changes the direction of the intellect. How is this? It is just like a sail. When a boat is sailing in the water, what happens? With the wind, the direction, how the wind will be, the boat will sail in that direction. The wind will decide where the boat is going, the sail, where, in which direction it is going. Just like how the wind changes the direction of a boat in waters, similarly this mind will change how your intellect is going to work. They both together are going to sit and enjoy these worldly subjects. So we have to fix the intellect such that the mind and the senses do not get deviated. So what we have to do, Shri Krishna tells us, Tasmadyasya mahabaho vikruhitani sarvashah Indriyani indriyarthebhyastasya pragya pratishtita. So now here what he is calling Arjun, Mahabaho. Why Mahabaho? Because you are a mighty one. You are the one who has won so many battles, so you are a Mahabaho. You are a mighty one. Now you are having a battle with your senses. Each one of us, we have to remind ourselves, somewhere we also have to become Mahabaho. Which battle are we fighting? The one with our own intellect. So he's, the adjectives that Shri Krishna uses for Arjun, we should remember them. He is a Mahabaho. You have controlled so many wars. You have controlled so many kingdoms, got so many kingdoms under your control. So now get your senses in your control. Nigruhitani sarvashah. Now don't maintain a complete restraint. Who's restrained? The senses. And the senses from the sense objects. The one who is able to do that. The one who will do what? Is able to control his own senses. Tasya pragya pratishtita. That person is the one who sthita pragyasya ka bhasha. Sitadir Muniruchate. All that he has asked, Arjun has asked, who is Sita Pragya, what are Kim Prabhasheta, Kimasita Vrajeta Kim, all that he has asked. So that's what Sri Krishna is saying. Tasya Pragya Pratishtita. That is the Pragyata. Now, who will do all this? The control the senses. The one who wants to uplift himself. If we all are sadhaks, we are learning Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because we want to uplift ourselves, isn't it? And this upliftment will come how? Why are the people who are learning all these scriptures different from the other people? There is a difference of perception. The perception is different. Their perspective towards the life, towards this world is different. So Shri Krishna is explaining that. Now we have, who will do these restraint, who will get all these things done? The one who has a different perception about the world. And how is that perception? Shri Krishna explains in the next very important shloka. Ya disha sarva bhutanan tasyain jagarti sanyami tasyain jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato mune. This is a very important shloka. The literal translation, people end up saying, when it is night for everyone, the knowledgeable people are away. But that is not the correct meaning, because then the vice versa, when other people are working in the day, these people are sleeping or what in the day. No, that's not how it is. So the actual meaning you have to understand, from the perspective. What is the perspective of an ignorant person? Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. What is the meaning of Nisha here? The subjects which are deceptive, the subjects which are, actually darkness, which will bring darkness, or which is equivalent to darkness in our lives. Whatever is of not interest, something that doesn't amuse me, is Nisha for me. So suppose, we all are Gita sadhaks. The Bollywood songs don't amuse us. So that is Nisha for us. Okay, so whatever is darkness, whatever is a matter of zero interest for Sarva Bhutana, for others, Tasyai Jagarti Sanyami. That is what an intelligent person, a Sthita Pragya person will be awakened about. So, like our Gita sadhaks, they want to know the meanings, they want to study scriptures. Now in this Vivechan time, there are some serials going on television, but I see all of you listening to the Vivechan at this particular time. So this is what, because you are not interested, that is Nisha for all of you. For you, this Jagarti is important. So Jagarti Sanyami. The interest, the perception, what is the perception? The perspective is different. So whatever is, and same thing for the day also. Yasyai Jagrati Bhutani. For the normal people, for an average people, what is Jagrati? They are aware about what are they interested in. They are greatly interested in what? Weekend day, let's go to the mall. Weekend, let's go for the movies. That is what a common person will do. Great people will not find it interesting, even if they try very hard. Like we were talking about Tilakji, no matter of how much he is pursued, he is not finding it interesting. Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe. Here the word Munehe means sage, doesn't mean the Munehe means intelligent person. An intelligent person is Munehe. Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe. This is a very beautiful thing. So what is precious to a great person? The Jagrati, the awakening towards this scriptures. They are studying all these things. The right things are the driving forces for the Sthita Pragya person. But for others, it is not. That is the meaning of others. It is not interesting. That is Nisha for the intelligent person. This shloka we should understand properly. So the world is just like a dark night. To whom? To a seer, to a seeker. So then how will he live in this world? How does he manage to live in this world? Now I said, Yasyai Jagrati Bhutani, Sa Nisha Pashyato Munehe. You will see this world is an entire big dark night for a great sage, for intelligent person. How will such a person manage to live in this world? Shri Krishna knows what all thoughts are going to come to us. He explains that in the next shloka. पूर्यमाणामचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी. Apuryamana Now, here Shri Krishna is giving an example. Just when it is raining, flooding, what gets flooded? The lakes. In Nagpur, Ambazari Talao, we also have small lakes here in our Bhagyanagar, Osman Sagar, all this. When it rains, these lakes, they will start overflowing. The rivers will start flooding. But have you ever heard ocean overflowing? Will an ocean ever say, enough water, I am already full, there is no place in me, don't send more water? Will an ocean ever say? No. So no matter how much water is going into the ocean, if the vastness is such that everything gets absorbed, it remains the same. It remains detached. It never overflows. Similarly, the worldly subjects are entering into a Sthita Pragya. These desires are entering, but causing no disturbance in him. No turbulence is caused by the desires around him, by the worldly subjects around him. Just like no matter how many numerous, uncountable, unlimited number of rivers are flowing into the ocean, but ocean will never be overflowing. It will remain unperturbed by number of rivers flowing into it. Similarly, an intelligent person, a person with a steady intellect, a sthita pragya person, no matter how many worldly subjects are around him, he will remain undeterred, unfazed by what is going around him. And that is the beauty. So this we have to remember. Social desires in his own actions also. With us, even our own actions become, sometimes difficult to manage. Oh, I did such a great thing. I am learning such a big thing. I have done such great task, and we want to tell everybody, and that develops, a ego amongst, ego in us. That is also not required. That will also not come to a sthita pragya person, whether it is the subjects around him or his own or his own actions. Nothing is going to perturb him. Nothing is going to disturb him. Vihaya kamanyas sarvan pumanscharati nispraha nirmamo nirahankarasya shanti madhigacchati. Vihaya kamanyas sarvan pumanscharati nispraha. Nispraha. We have to be nispraha, free from all the cravings, free from all the longings. No matter how are they. Pumaus charati means Puman is a intelligent man, a perfected man. How they will move around, they will be moving about freely, without any cravings, without any longings. And vihaya kamanya sarvan, by abandoning all these desires. See, there is a distinct difference between a need and a desire. We have to understand that distinction. Understand what is imperative, what is important, and what is good to have, what is comfortable. Understand all that distinction, then we will be able to do what? This, free ourselves from all the cravings. And how is this person? Nirmamo nirahankara. Nirmama. Now, whenever this word nirmama is used in, especially in the Hindi language and all, this nirmama, it is, as a wicked, or then that is not the meaning of nirmama. Nirmama means one who is free of the, act of free from severe attachment. A person who is completely detached. Mama. Mama means what in Sanskrit? My. So, this is mine, that is mine. Everything, attachment. A sense of attachment is displayed by the word what? Mama. Idam mama pustakam. Mama. Mama means this is mine. Our scriptures teach us what? Idam na mama. Means this is not mine. This world is not mine. Everything that is around is not mine. It is teaching us what? Detachment. So nirmama, a person is detached. Nirahankara. I have not done this. God has got it done from me. When Jnaneshwar Maharaj wrote the entire Jnaneshwari, he says he is a great sage. He's literally the God of knowledge. But he has also said, I have not done anything. My Guru, Nivrittinath, has got it done from me with the blessings of Panduranga. And he doesn't take the credit of writing this a beautiful scripture, Jnaneshwari also. He was so great, but what even a common person like us will say, I have cooked for my family WhatsApp status directly. This is what I cook. Even for small things, we will have what? That, show, mera hankara. Even small charity people will do, pehle photo khicho. Gift de rahe, first take a photo. That is the attitude we all have. Without photo, nothing is done nowadays. Even if they are cleaning their house, photo. They are cooking for the family, photo. So that is not how it should be. Niraham, nirmama, nirahankara. No, free from the ego also. So people who are free from such ego, people who are free from such detachment, where will they land up? Sashanti madhigacchati. They will attain peace. They will attain the absolute blissful peace. That is the beautiful state. Now, one question comes, when this peace is attained, then what? Esha brahmisthitih partha nainam prapya vimuhyati sthitva syamanta-kaleti brahma-nirvanam richyati. It's a very beautiful thing. What happens? The one who have attained such a state, which state? Brahmi sthiti, the state of establishment in the Brahma. Hey Partha, what will happen to them? Having attained this prapya, having attained this, they are vimuhyati, they are free from all the delusion. They will be established in what? They will be established in the eternal peace, and they will get the they will get united with Brahma. Brahma nirvanam richyati. The moksha that we talk about, that is this Brahma nirvanam richyati. Brahma nirvanam richyati. Richyati means attain what? Brahma nirvana. Now you will say, so this cannot happen in this life, it will happen only after that. No, this very much we can attain during the life also. How? By living in this life. How our sages were. Sant Tukaram, Sant Eknath Maharaj, Sant Jnaneshwar Maharaj. They were very much living in this life. We still have sages. Our Swamiji, still living, doing so much great tasks, Swamiji. So much great work he is doing. But detached from everything. Detached from the world. Even not only this, even while taking care of the family, we can still attain this. So moksha is not something that we attain after that. Moksha is something which can be attained even when we are living. And what is that moksha? Moksha is mentally being free from all these worldly subjects, not getting samata, being completely detached from everything, but still on a steadfast way, where we have to, where is our final destination? Brahma nirvanam richyati. And how is this state? This is a permanent state. That's why Shri Krishna says sthitva. This is a permanent state. After reaching here, no desires can touch you. When we say this, after reaching this stage, this is a permanent place. How we all know how is milk. When we churn the milk, we add curd to it. It turns into what? It will turn into curd. When this curd, it further turns into what? Butter. Now, once the butter turns into ghee, there is no way it can go back to its liquid form, to the milk form. Once you attain the sthita pragyata, we cannot go back to being a common person. So this is where we have to reach. And how to reach there? By following our daily duties that Sri Krishna has explained in the next chapter, Karma Yoga. For that you have to study the Karma Yoga properly. So because this is going to be in a flow, and you all have already seen that chapter in the level 3. So that further Sri Krishna has explained very beautifully. This is where we have to reach. This is where the whole thing Sri Krishna closes with this explanation that the fruit of attaining the sthita pragyata is what? Brahma nirvanam richyati. And on this, we conclude the second chapter. Om Tatsaditi Śrīmad-Bhagavadgītāsu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyāyāṃ Yoga Shastre Shri Krishnārjuna Samvāde Sankhya Yogo Nama Dvitiyodhyāyah. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Now this chapter, one more thing I want to add. This chapter is, it is like a sutra adhyaya. What is the meaning of sutra? Sutra means control. So when there is a sutra sanchalan, Mala Didi is doing, in Hindi we call.
Yes. Thank you very much, Didi, for the wonderful interpretation section. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to respected Shraddhaji Rao Devji for this wonderful thought-provoking session. Didi, your presentation was very, very enlightening, and your insight imparted to us today were very profound. I would like to make announcement regarding the start of Didi has come for the question answer session. So I'll not spend time in giving the announcements. So a brief introduction. Didi doesn't require any introduction. Didi is Geeta Pravina, Geeta Vrati.
Everyone know me here in this batch. No need of introduction. I am
Yes,
even
yes,
familiar with so many faces here.
yes. Didi, you're most welcome. I won't waste time of you as well as of the sadhaks. And the sadhaks who are very curious to know different questions are cropping up in their mind. And Didi is there to answer your all queries. So Didi, please, the platform is for you and the sadhaks.
Yes, Gopal Krishna ji. Please ask.
Jai Shri Krishna ji.
Yes, Shri
I
Krishna.
have only two questions. One is how this is named as Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya is the synonym of Jnana. So here Lord has told all the knowledge, and knowledge is what? About salvation, about the integration with the Lord. So that's why it is called Sankhya Yoga. How with the Jnana Marga you can attain Mukti, you can attain Moksha. So here in the ending shlokas, all Lakshanas of Sthita Pragya. Sthita Pragya say is who? Who is Sthita Pragya? Jivan Mukta. And who is Jivan Mukta? Who has already got the Moksha, but his soul is in this body. He has not departed from this world yet. So if he is in the body and he has got the moksha, but still avidya is there. So if avidya is there, then he cannot get complete moksha. So that Jivan Mukta Avastha is called Gauna Moksha. And when you die after getting the moksha, then it is called complete moksha, Mukti. So that is Mukhya Moksha. Okay, that's why it is Sankhya Yoga, because Lord has explained everything about that moksha and all the knowledge.
Then this could have called as a Moksha Yoga.
We need to ask Vyasji why did he name it. Actually, we have different yogas here. Dhyana Yoga. So 6th chapter, Atma Sanyam Yoga. And here we didn't say Jnana Yoga, we said Sankhya Yoga. And then in 12th chapter, we have Bhakti Yoga. So we have all the marga, Bhakti Marga, Jnana Marga, Karma Marga in 3rd chapter. So we have all the marga here. How we can attain the Lord. Okay.
Okay. Second question is, this is only my curiosity only. Out of 72 shlokas in this chapter, Sankhya Yoga, 9 having 44 letters shloka, and all others balance in is only 32 letters shloka. Why it is? Because such a great person, Vedavyas, would have been written everything in a
Vedavyas,
same.
he has not written anything. Whatever Arjuna and Lord Krishna were talking, he has written just that much. So they were talking whenever Lord Krishna wanted to emphasize on something, he used Trishtup Chanda, then he again used Anushtup Chanda, then again they used Trishtup Chanda. So this was their conversation. Sometimes we say small sentences, sometimes we use bigger sentences, sometimes we quote something there. So they are just talking. This is just their talk, conversation between the Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. So what did they talk? Vedavyasji pinned it up. And Ganeshji wrote everything, Vedavyasji told everything, but this was just the conversation. So Vedavyasji was not writing. Okay, so why did they talk in such way? We need to ask them only. No one can answer this. Okay, and you got muted, Gopal Krishna ji. Anything left?
Jai Shri Krishna, madam.
Yeah, okay. Jai Shri Krishna Sundari ji.
Jai Shri Krishna, madam. One question, madam. Madam, so you have to detach one in the world. You have to focus only Krishna only, like that is the madam is speaking in the few slogan before. We are do like that, no. Our own people, they are talking. You are in the some other world. You are not coming to the practical world, and they are all criticizing. How to cross and then how to come out from that? Because we are complete our responsibility and everything over. Last stage, we are 70 years after only we are learning Bhagavad Gita, and then we want to take all the advice and everything. We want to go for that path. That is also some restriction is coming. They are talking. You are in the some other world. You are not coming to the practical world. Always you are thinking something like as a mad like that. We are not a mad, but they are talking. Though how to come out from that? How to what answer we can give for these people? That
You
is we can.
yourself answered, Sundari ji.
Ah,
This much time left. Now we need to do the bhakti. And we need to be in that bhakti for
yeah,
all the left years.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
So
our mind.
just have one mantra, Om Ignoraya Namaha. You don't need to answer them back. You don't need to satisfy them. Whatever they say,
Yes,
ignore it. Just be
ignore
yourself,
that.
and what you love, you do that much. Lord Krishna
Yeah,
is with you. You don't require anyone else with you. Okay?
yeah.
Just
And
ignore. Don't answer. Don't like I'm answering and I'm making conflicts with you. No
no.
need. Just smile. They are also having Krishna in their heart. Sarvasya
Yes.
Cham Sannivishto. So they are also Lord Krishna. Maybe Lord Krishna is coming in such form and doing the Leela to irritate
Yeah.
us or get some answer so that these pratibandhakas can disturb our bhakti. But no, these are the disturbances we know. We just need to smile and ignore. Okay?
This question actually from the beginning I want to ask you. Every time today only because people comments are coming, I am facing still, but I won't go back. I am in very strong. That is the madam told. You are in determined and strong. You want to learn. You want to learn more like that. No, nobody can shake. Madam told. That is only I am following. Still, that I have a little doubter. And then God only give all the beautiful everything duties and karma. Enjoy family,
Whenever
children.
you walk on this path, everyone, लोगों का काम है कहना. They have to
Very
say
good.
something.
I
And it's
have to
not
say.
just for you, it's for everyone. When we started learning Bhagavad Gita, I was just 11-year-old. So everyone used to say, are you going to become sadhvi? Are you going to take sannyasa? Like that. Why you are reading Gita? This is not the age for learning Bhagavad Gita. So we had so many comments from everyone. We didn't answer anything. Okay, it's fine. Whatever you like, you are welcome to
Yes.
join this and to learn Bhagavad Gita. We are not going to leave this. Okay?
Beautiful. You are all examples, ma'am. You are all younger, but you are all examples for us. This age, we are learning, you are all engaged. You are all what a fantastic stars you are all. You are all superstars. Now we are at least this age. God has given a chance
Blessings
to
of
learn.
everyone. Blessings of everyone with us. Jai Shri Krishna Sundari ji. Yes, Soumya ji.
Namaste ji.
Ji, Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. I am from Karnataka, Mysore.
Okay.
Actually, in Sankhya Yoga, Sanjay has told that we should not get tears on our eyes and we should not go through emotional. We should be very strong, right? But
No,
in Bhagavan Vacha,
no, Sanjay never said that you don't need to cry. You cannot cry. Why Sanjay will say like that?
Company in our Kannada, when Arjuna was in dilemma,
Shok mat karo.
yeah.
Shok mat karo is not, you should not cry. You should not think in this way. You are saying, I need to run away. I will not fight. So you
Yeah.
are saying, making so many false arguments.
Yeah.
That I am going to kill them, they will be killed like that. Arjuna is making so many arguments in front of Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna is saying, you should not grieve. You should not think so much because nanu shochanti panditaha, because you are soul, they are souls, and if they are going to get killed, if you are not going to fight, then also they are going to get killed.
Yeah.
You are not fighting, you will not kill them, someone else will kill them. You just be nimitta. You are going to be nimitta and getting the yash for that. So shok mat karo. Don't grieve, don't think so much. You cannot cry.
Yeah.
Crying is a beautiful feeling. Whenever you cry, you feel halka halka.
What about in our family lives? There will be some disturbance and extra. It will be
Happens.
happens. Yeah.
It
Hmm.
happens and it must happen. There cannot be a way that you can escape this. In a family, when all the people are living together for 24 hours. So, you think there, if there are so many utensils in one plate, they will be having some noise. Same happens with us also in our family. So that has to happen. Just love everyone, be with them, and try to ignore what is not needed for you and focus on something what is needed for you. If they give you advice, listen that. If you have something to say, tell them. Change yourself. They will learn from your behavior, not by your words.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you are learning Bhagavad Gita, they see the changes in you, they will be learning, oh, she is not getting angry so easily. She is like being strengthened. She is more loving in nature. So like that, if they start feeling, they will be attracted to you and they will be attracted to Bhagavad Gita through you. So you need to be example for them. Okay?
Yeah. Sure, Ji. Thank you, Ji.
Jai Shri Krishna. Yes, Alisha ji.
Jai Shri Krishna. Very nice to hear that you started from the age of 11. Very inspiring. I just wanted to ask, if we read the second chapter and the several other chapters, although it's Bhakti Yoga, we still see the same sentences like Nirmamo, Nirahankara, Shitoshna, Sukha, Dukkha. So Bhakti Yoga is also saying that equanimity.
Anyone
So should
is
we?
walking on that path, if they are, even they are following Jnana Marga or Bhakti Marga or Karma Marga, they must be having these feelings because this is common in everyone. This has to be there. They have to love everyone. They do not expect anything from anyone. They should not have that ego because these are Vadhak in any way. If you are following Dhyana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, any path you are following, these are the disturbances. So not having these disturbances is guna. And if you are having that quality, it means you are walking on that path. Okay. So these are common.
So what is how do you define Bhakti, Didi? Then the quality, so if it's everything same, so how do again
Quali-
coming to in
qualities,
terms of
qualities are
Arjuna's
same.
statement,
Is different.
yeah,
Qualities
what
are
makes
same.
it Bhakti Yoga, what makes this
Yeah.
Jnana Yoga?
In Bhakti Yoga, we have that devotion for Lord Krishna. Whenever we are doing something, we are remembering Lord. In Jnana Marga, we are not remembering Lord Krishna because in Jnana Marga, we are Lord Krishna. If we are having that feeling, we are Aham Brahmasmi. That is Jnana Yoga feeling. That is not Bhakti Yoga feeling. Okay, that is Jnana Marga purely
Okay.
because Lord Jnana Yogi is Lord Himself.
Mm.
Okay, that is Lord. Jnana Yogi is Lord,
Aham
but
Brahmasmi is
in
Jnana.
Bhakti,
Okay.
Aham Brahmasmi is Jnana Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga, we have
Okay.
the feeling like Surdasa, Tulsidasa. Someone says, Ramji is my Prabhu. Tulsidas ji says, Surdas ji keeps that little Gopal ji with them. So they do seva and everything. So this is Bhakti. We are devoted to some Lord, Lord
Okay.
Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, or Lord Narayana. There is Sagun Sakara Rupa. In Jnana Yoga, there is no
So when
Sagun
it is
Sakar form.
Vaita, where we see ourselves as a different from God,
Yeah, exactly.
so
If there
that
is form
makes
of
it Bhakti.
Lord, it is Bhakti Yoga. If there is no form of Lord, it is Jnana Yoga. Okay.
Okay. And how do you define Karma Yoga?
How do you define which yoga? You got muted, Sirisha ji. Please unmute. Sirisha ji, you can switch off your camera. Just turn off your camera, then speak because there is a network issue maybe.
So if you have to, yeah, I just wanted to ask, Aham Brahmasmi is Jnana Yoga. Bhakti Yoga is where you have a different personality like God. So Karma Yoga, then how do you say, Didi, in a sentence if you have
Well,
to say? Like
I
Aham
am
Brahm.
doing my karma. I am not expecting anything else. In Bhakti Yoga, it can be Sakam also. We are asking everything from my Lord. Give me bhakti, give me I can top my I can top in my class. I should get succeeded in this field. I should get victory in this field. So we can ask anything, Lord, or we may not ask. no problem. But in Karma Yoga, we cannot ask because we are doing the actions but not expecting the fruit of it. So Karma Yogi can be Jnana
Oh,
Yogi also and can be Bhakti Yogi also. But focusing on karma.
and
Yes.
one more question, sub question. Like, if, like, nimitta matram, they say, like, if everything is destined, what is our role? Like, is everything destined? Like, it's everything pre-written, or do we have some room for change in what we do?
Are not pre-written.
Because in 11th chapter, we see that Duryodhana and they were all dead. So you are just instrument, he says. So like that, I was thinking like how much of it is destiny? How much is it our choice?
We cannot exactly know, but sometimes with your Purushartha, you can overtake your fate, your Bhagya. So there are two things, your Bhagya and your Purushartha. With Purushartha, you can change your fate. You can change your Bhagya. Because Purushartha is what? There are three types of karma. One Sanchit karma, whatever we have done in our previous births. Then comes Prarabdha karma, whatever we have done till this moment. And Kriyamana is whatever we are doing every moment. So if our Kriyamana is very strong, then whatever is pre-decided by our Sanchit karma, we can change that also with our Kriyamana. That is not some magic is going to happen. No, this is not magic. This is very practical and very logical also. When we are doing our Kriyamana and with that Kriyamana, we get those many punyas. So those punyas change our Sanchit karma. If there are so many papa karmas in Sanchit karma and we are going to get sick because of that, or we are going to get some disturbance because of that. We are going to face that situation, adverse situation in our life. So we can change that with our Kriyamada because we have done so many punyas in our Kriyamada or in our Prarabdha. Till this moment, we have done so many punyas. So that Sanchit karma result will be changed with that. Okay.
Okay. So we have a hope that we can get Brahma Nirvanam in this birth itself.
Bilkul, bilkul. Surely you can change that. Purusharth completely in your hand. If we are doing the Purushartha, no matter what is written in our fate, we can change it. Okay?
Didi, I have one question. That
Yes.
is there a difference between Gnan and Vidya? Or there are synonyms? Just synonyms.
No. Vidya is a skill and Gyan is knowledge. Okay? A skill can be, if I am running this laptop. So this is Vidya, one Vidya. What exactly Sanskrit meaning is. Okay, so I'm running laptop. This is one Vidya. I'm running my phone. I know how to run my phone. This is Vidya. I know how to drive car. That is one Vidya. I know how to write beautifully. That is one Vidya. So these different skills are Vidyas. Okay. So when we are learning a subject like mathematics, science, sociology, and psychology, so these are like one Vidya. But knowledge is not that Vidya. Knowledge is Gyan. If you understood something from that, then that becomes Jnana. You can utilize in your life, you can practically live that, so that becomes your knowledge. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Revati ji, do you have any question? Or you are here for prayer? I think for prayer. Oh, one more question. Kashi Vishwanathan. Interesting name. I would like to know about it. What's your name? Jai Shri
Kashi
Krishna.
Vishwanath.
Your name is Kashi Vishwanathan. Wow. How many times your parents call you, they get the punya. Kashi Vishwanatha. Wow. Great. Okay. Ask your question.
Can you define Vibhuti Yoga?
Sorry?
Can you define Vibhuti Yoga?
Vibhuti. Vibhuti is something best in some field. Okay? So Vibhuti is Lord is explaining in 10th chapter. He is explaining everything in every field what is best and that is me. Okay? So that is vibhuti. They are, if in some field there are so many scholars and they are best, so we say these are like vibhutis among us. Okay, so something very good, excellent, outstanding, wonderful, best. So that's called vibhuti. Okay,
Jai Shri
Vishishta
Krishna.
Bhuti. This is the Sanskrit. Okay, no more questions.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Jai Shri Krishna Didi. I am Revati.
Yes, Revati ji, do you have any question?
Yes, Didi. Yes, Didi.
Yeah, okay. Yes, please
I
ask.
just wanted to ask the difference between bhakti and jnana. So,
I just
what is
explained.
jnana and how to get this jnana? Bhakti means what we do, puja, everything, 10 slokas, reciting. But jnana, how will it come to us, jnana?
See, Gyan is not coming like that, and we are not actually inherited with that Gyana, and we are not feeling that following Jnana Yoga, because if anyone is Jnana Yogi, they from childhood, like Hastamalaka, we have one example, Shukdeva, we have one example, from the moment they were born, what they used to do, they were not having any interest in this world. They were not having any interest in any Lord. So they were not having from inside. So that feeling was not there. That bhakti feeling was not there. So they used to just, I have to do that Nirakara Parabrahma Dhyana. When Shankaracharya ji asked Hastamalaka was 6-year-old and he didn't speak a word. He never spoke anything. So his parents were thinking that he is like, he cannot speak. They started thinking in that way. So once they heard that Shankaracharya ji is coming in their village, so they thought to take that child to Shankaracharya so that if there are possibilities, he can do magics, so he will make my child speak. And they went with Hastamalaka. Hastamalaka went there to Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya, by seeing Hastamalaka, got the intense feeling that this is not the normal child, not a common person. Then they told the story. He has never spoken a word. He can't speak, like that. They told so many things. Shankaracharya ji looked at that child and he started asking. That is one Hastamalaka Stotra. If you get time, go on Google, search Hastamalaka Stotra, and you will get the Stotra and meaning also. Very beautiful. He started asking, Kastvam, Kuta Ayata. So many questions. Who are you? From where did you come? What is your purpose of your life? So many questions he asked. Hastamalaka started speaking. Oh my God, parents were so shocked. How can he speak? And he answered everything. I'm not this body. I'm not these indriyas. I'm not of this world. I am that Parabrahma Tattva. Chidananda Rupa Shivo, Ham Shivo. Oh my God. Then Shankaracharya told he is not, he is Jnana Yogi. He is not your child. He was born because he had some papa. So because of that, he had to come in this world and get rid of those papas and get rid of this avidya. But he is not this body. He is Jnana Yogi. He is born Jnana Yogi. So like that, we have so many examples. We are not Jnana Yogis. We
Yes.
love bhakti.
How to
We
get
are
that
so
jnana? How to get that jnana?
Jnana, if you are doing bhakti with nishkama bhava, one day you will have the jnana, and after having that jnana only you can get the moksha. Because at jnana is what? Knowing yourself, and knowing yourself is what? Moksha. So before getting the moksha, you have to be jnana yogi. So doing the
Meditation
bhakti for
also I can't
lifelong.
sit and do, Didi. I can't sit for 5 minutes. Sitting here, that I will be thinking of this work, that work, that work. Full the timetable will be going on in my mind.
For the embodied people like us, having so many papas, they disturb us again and again. They make some vritti in our mind so that we cannot sit and have the nirakara buddhi and doing the dhyana on that nirakara means not anything. That is not possible for us. Okay, I cannot even say that it will be possible for you with the practice, because how many lives it will take, I cannot say. Okay, but before getting the moksha, you will have that jnana, and that like destination is same. The result all are going to get the same, but the paths are different. Building is same. We all have to reach there only. That is moksha. But we are following Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. So when after realization, you will know what is Jnana Yoga. Because after that, you will be having a feeling, Aham Brahmasmi.
Thank you, Didi. Thanks a lot. Didi. Yes.
Yeah, Jai Shri Krishna. Yes, Shubhaji.
Yes. Just I wanted to know the difference. Devi, Devta, Bhagwan, Parameshwar, Ishwar. Any difference in that?
They do have a difference. First, see, understand the levels. One is we all are. All the Manushyas and all the animals and these. These are one category. After the Manushya, there is Devata. Devatas are one kind of yoni only, but they have done more punyas than Manushya. Okay,
Yeah.
so because they have done more punyas, and because of those punyas, they have such powers. They are not like karma yoni. If they are doing anything, they are not going to get the papa and punya, but they are there to get rid of their punya karmas. Okay,
Yeah.
so then comes devatas, and after devatas, there are Ishvara. Ishvara is Rama, Krishna, like Tridev, we can say. Tridev, it is not Deva, it is Ishvara. Ishvara is only Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Adi Shakti. Brahma is also sometimes not considered, but Brahma is the creator of this world. So it is considered. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Adi Shakti Durga. And any form of Adi Shakti Durga is Ishvara, like Lakshmi, we have Durga, we have Saraswati. These all the forms are same. And then Rama, Krishna, Narayana, all the forms are same. So these are Ishwaras. Shiva, Hanumanji, these all are the one form. So these are considered as Ishvara. Then other than these, all are like Devatas, Varuna, Indra, and Vayu Devata. So all are, these all are the Devatas. So then Manushya, then Devatas, then Ishvara, and after the Ishvara, there is Vishuddha Chaitanya, that is Parabrahma Paramatma, who is the cause of this world and everything. Okay, Upadana of everything. That is Parabrahma Paramatma, Nirguna Nirakara,
Oh,
not
Nirguna.
having any form. Okay, Param Satta, ultimate reality, ultimate existence. Okay, we use these words for that Param Satta.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this is the sequence. Okay.
I think the question answer session is over. Thanks a lot, Didi.
One question is there, Harish ji. Sorry to stop
Okay,
you.
okay.
Ram Sharma ji, if you have any question, please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yes, Ram Sharma
Jai
ji.
Shri
Please.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. ma'am.
Jai Shri Krishna.
This thing is from transition from Bhakti Yoga to Jnana Yoga. Is it possible? So, say I am not a Dhyan person. I don't go into meditation easily. But for me, singing Lord's glory is one of my this thing. So I get the what the feeling of fulfillment through singing of bhajans and all these things. So will that lead to ultimate jnana and all those things? I want to know, because I am not a.
It is. You are going to get it. It is possible transition from Bhakti Yoga to Jnana Yoga, and even you will not be having Jnana, then also with Bhakti Yoga you are going to reach the same destination. You are going to get the moksha. Okay? But as I told, what is moksha? Knowing yourself. And with the Bhakti also, if you are knowing yourself, then that will be Jnana Yoga only. So Ham Brahmasmi, that is Jnana Yoga. So we will be realizing that Jnana Yoga at the last moment. After that, when we don't have any feeling, we don't have any vritti, we don't have any understanding like this is right or wrong, whatever. No, we are just Parabrahma Roop. Okay.
Also there is no hierarchy. It seems there should not be any hierarchy that this Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga is better than Bhakti Yoga or anything like that.
No. There is no hierarchy, just Jnana Yoga is tougher than Bhakti Yoga.
It is tougher,
Destination is same.
Yeah.
तब बढ़िया ही है.
For Kali Yuga, this Bhakti Yoga is the best, I think. So,
Yes, because easy.
Yeah, Uddhava and the gopis, that example is there. Uddhava thought he was greater, but he saw the bhakti of the gopis and he understood that they are more evolved than him also. That is.
Everyone is standing in that circle. How can we say that they are behind us or they are like above us? No, we can't say.
Okay.
Yeah, Jai Shri Krishna. Hansa ji, please unmute. Hansa ji, there is one pop-up on your screen. Just click on that, unmute. I have sent you the request.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Jai Shri Krishna
Yeah.
Didi.
Yes, Hansa ji. You're audible now.
Would you kindly explain shloka number 69 in simple language, please?
Shloka number 69. Let's see.
Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutanam.
Here, it is said that when all the people are sleeping, that is the day for all the yogis, because then they are meditating, they are doing at 3:30 a.m. You just imagine we all are sleeping, but all the yogis on Himalayas, they are doing the meditation. So this is awakening state for them. But when we all are awakened, they are sleeping. या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. When we are awakened, then it is considered as nisha for muni, because it is like they work according to Brahma Muhurta or like that, not according to day and night. Okay?
So literally they sleep when we are awake. That's what it means?
Can say.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
The literal meaning was that, but here, what is the exact meaning? When we are enjoying the word, when we are in awakened situation, then they are sleeping. It means not literally sleeping, but they are not related or attached to all these materialistic world. So it's like they are sleeping and they are not getting attached to all these things. Okay, this is the like tatparya meaning. Yes, Sirisha ji.
Sorry, Didi. Just because you were saying this, in 6th chapter, 46 shloka, it says, Tapasvipyodiko yogi, jnanibhyopi matodikaha, karmibhyaschadiko yogi. So he's saying more than jnani, more than. So
I got that. But what happens according to the prasanga, according to the what the condition is, like to Arjuna, Lord has to convince him for the fight. You go and fight the battle. So according to that reference, he is convincing Arjuna. So that is considered as Arthavada. So he is saying Karma Yoga is the best. And for everyone, Karma Yoga is the best, because Lord doesn't want us to get that jadya. Like, okay, Karma Yoga is not best, then I will be following Bhakti Yoga and I will be staying at my home. No, Lord doesn't want us to do that. So he is saying Karma Yoga is best. This is just Arthvada. Arthvada in Shastras is praising
for that
something.
circumstance.
Yes. Or discriminating something, that is Nindya. Okay. So here Lord is asking Arjuna to do the karma. That's why he is praising Karma Yoga. Not the literal meaning. Okay.
Okay.
When he will talk about Jnana Yoga, he will say something like this for Jnana Yogis. When he will talk about Bhakti Yogis,
Yeah,
then he
that's
will
what I
say
noticed.
everything about Bhakti Yogis. Okay? He
Yeah.
says, Santi Yogo Prathak Bala Pravadanti na Panditaha. Ekam Apyasita Samyak Ubhayor Phalam. They will get the same phala. So here he is saying Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga is same. Don't consider it as separated. Okay? So whenever he is talking about something, he is praising that. Okay. Good reference.
And you said by doing you said by doing karma we can achieve in this birth itself. So I was thinking, what is good karma again? Like what? Like
In
by
16th
if they
chapter,
say.
we have 26 qualities. In 17th chapter, Lord explained all the sattvic yajna, rajasic yajna, tamasic yajna, sattvic ahara. So whatever Lord has explained in this Bhagavad Gita as vidhi, following that vidhi. Like it is doable for you, do's for you, and these are the don'ts for you. So don't do the don'ts and do the do's. So Lord is saying in that way. So all the do's are the vidhi for us, and we have to do that. That is only the karma, good karma. Okay.
Thank
Jai Shri Krishna. Yes, Manjula ji.
Jai Shri Krishna Didi. Didi, you were just talking about Ishwar and Devtas. What is Gandharv?
Gandharva is one state between Devatas and the Manushyas. We don't worship Gandharvas. Okay, they also have some power because of their punyas. They are ahead to us, but they are lesser than the Devatas. They are not worshipped by anyone. That's why I didn't explain that, because whenever we are doing the puja and or the worshipings, so we are just praying the Devatas, not the Gandharvas. So Gandharva is just Gandharva, Yaksha. Yakshas are also like that only. This is Yoni. Devata is also one Yoni, but it is having power to give you the boon. They can give us the Vardhana. Gandharva and Yakshas are not having that power.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Anantji.
Sorry, Didi, can you define what is meant by chitta? There's man, buddhi, ahankara, and then chitta. I don't understand the concept of chitta.
Chitta is the memory where every single act gets stored. We did something, and that the storage is chitta. We did something that got stored in my mind somewhere. So mind is not actually antahakarana. So that is called chitta. Okay. Whenever everything is getting stored, that memory. If there is no chitta, we cannot remind anything we have done, because there is no storage.
So it is above man, right? It is
Above
higher
everything.
than man.
No.
Right?
Everything is having its own work. Like a hand is doing something, leg is doing something. You can't say that hand is above legs. No. Everything is having its own work. Mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Everything.
So what is the work of chitta then? Why? Man does everything.
No.
What?
Man cannot store the things.
Okay.
Man is not having any storage. If there is no locker, how can you save anything in that? You're
So
just
when you
having
die,
the key, but not having the locker.
So when you die, this chitta goes forward, right? To the next birth. Is that what
That
you are saying?
Antahakarana goes. Not just chitta. Mana,
What is
buddhi, chitta, ahankara.
So what is
Antahakarana
what
is like I can say one mobile phone. So one mobile phone is antahakarana. When I'm using calculator, it is called something calculator. When I'm watching movie, it is called TV. When I'm doing something else, it is called that. When I'm reading a book, it is called book. So with the different, depending on the works, it is called with different names. So antahakarana is one device. It is having the different names depending on the karma. How we are using it. So when we are storing something, it is called chitta. Antahakarana is called chitta. When we are giving the options, it is called mana. When we are deciding something, it is called buddhi. And when what is left? Yeah, whenever we are using I or me, mine, myself, these all are the all these words are because of ahankara we are able to use. If there is no ahankara, we can't use that.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very clear.
Yes.
Thank you. I think now it is over. Actually, listening to you is very mesmerizing. So nobody wants to leave this opportunity without asking their doubts to be cleared by you. Thanks a lot.
I can feel the difference between level 1 and level 4 sadhakas now.
Yes.
How they are growing their knowledge and how they are understanding the difficult concept.
Yes,
That's
yes,
very
yes.
nice.
Yes. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to most revered Rupal ji, Shukla Didi, for sprinkling pearls of wisdom and drops of nectar from the vast knowledge she is having, the ocean of deep knowledge and vast wisdom. Thanks a lot, Didi. Thank you very, very much for your wonderful question answer session. I would like to thank each one of the sadhaks, esteemed sadhaks, who have joined us in this Zoom session, without whom this won't have been of any value. And I just pay them all the regards and gratitude, and hope to see you all in the next session next weekend. On behalf of GÍTA Pariwar, I extend sincere thanks to the technical team for relentless efforts made in making this session a great success. You are requested to remain joined for Hanuman Chalisa after the closing prayer. And one more request to all of you is to share the link of Vivechan Satra Zoom as well as YouTube links with your family, friends, and relatives and colleagues. Thanks a lot. Now I call upon Sheila Rani ji for offering the prayer on behalf of all of us. Sheila Rani ji is from Delhi. She's a housemaker and she's into social service. She's postgraduate and providing seva as group coordinator and technical assistant, pracharak and tech monitoring team. She's as a trainer mentoring team, is a part of trainer mentoring team also, and she is a co-trainer also. You are most welcome, Didi, for the prayer to be offered in the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Sheila Rani ji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Shri Krishna Vande Jagadguru. Jai Shri Krishna, all of you.
Thank you, Sheila Rani ji, for the beautiful, melodious, soulful prayer. So all of you are requested to join us for the Hanuman Chalisa.
श्री गुरु चरण सरोज रज निज मनु मुकुरु सुधारी बरनउ रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायकु फलचारी बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरौ पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मोहि हरहु कलेस विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीसतिहु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन बरन विराज सुबेसा कानन कुंडल कुंचित केसा हाथ वज्र और ध्वजा विराजे कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज संवारे लाय सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुबीर हरषि उर लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रोजस गावे अस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद सारद सहित अहिसा जम कुबेर दिक्पाल जहाते कवि कोविद कहि सकै कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र योजन पर भानु लील्योता ही मधुर फल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेली मुख माही जलधि लांघि गए अचरज नाही। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी सरना तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संहारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे। चारों जुग पर ताप तुम्हारा है पर सिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नौ निधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित्तन धरई हनुमत से सर्व सुख करई। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई कृपा करहु गुरुदेव की नाई। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई छूट ही बंदी महासुख होई। जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा होय सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा की जय नाथ हृदय महडेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरना मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुर भूप। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय।